Welcome on in when y'all get in. First, I want to say, before we even get to the reading, just thank all of you who have helped me remain afloat while in this weird waiting period for what's been going on. I really appreciate all of you all who have been supporting through prayers or financially. It means the world to me. Um, Next chapter, here we come. But I do want to say thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart for just helping me stay afloat. It was definitely a learning experience for me, and it was it's divinely guided for sure. Um, but thank you all so much. Like I appreciate all of you all who have helped in any way, shape, or form. Because I don't really um know what I truly do. There were some days where I would just sit down and read comments of you all's, and it would just push me back into it would like motivate me and really remind me myself, because even I need reminders too of how the divine works, because when you're in the middle of the chaos it hits differently than just being from an outside source, and we can all understand that. So I do appreciate you all being there for me just as much as I am there. Here for you all. It means the world. A lot. But we're gonna jump into this reading. Um, and I got a few fun. I say funny because I've never had Spirit give me this many downloads of this way, so rapid. Um, but I heard Hell is running out of room, and that made me almost laugh when I first heard it. Um, but um, After that, I heard this new world has no place for these people, which then I understood what they were meaning. Um, but um, it is time for this punishment to be drawn out. Halloween is very significant. Um, Someone might have been doing some Santa Muerte around Halloween. Um, and that's coming to bite them in the ass. Uh, and I feel it's like, because I've been getting downloads of why people are going to the crossroads so much, and why they're trying to get Papa Legba and all these other entities, and like swapping souls at where even there you are here. Who are you, Bifron? I even remember your name because you're just popping out like crazy right now. But I'll pull them out real quick too, just so y'all can have like a visual, or like know how to, or just do your own research on them as well. But Bifron, I feel like there's someone in a like trying to get Bifron as well to help like move their soul to like an undesignated body, or to like move whatever entity is on them to some sort of dead person in a grave that's either connected to you. Yeah, Biff. I mean, here he is right here. I'm not, but there's. I was talking with my guides about it though, and a lot of the crossroad work wasn't on you. Um, and I apologize because sometimes I would say do readings and I would say that they're going to the crossroads to do something to you. They necessarily weren't trying to do something to you. For some of these people, they were trying to genuinely swap destinies with the person at a graveyard so they don't have to suffer their karma. They knew that they couldn't take. They know that you wouldn't take their karma. It's like these people are going to graveyards to swap their soul for a soul that's already passed on. They desperate needs. A lot of these crossroad people were trying to like save themselves by almost like dying, and I don't like saying it like that. Um, but they were just going to the crossroads to almost plead for themselves, and that wouldn't work because they needed, it's like it was a whole mess that these people started summoning up, and they don't really know how to fix it. which is like the big issue when you start working in the realms of magic. You got to know what you're doing. Like, it doesn't matter who your teacher is. It doesn't matter how many books you read on this shit. If you don't understand the fundamentals, if you and your flesh, if your soul is not meant to do that on this plane, it's gonna fuck up really bad. All these people using like planetary science and planetary magic and Solomonic magic and runes and sigils and shit to try and box you in. They didn't realize that the only box was the box they were putting in within themselves, because these entities, these souls, these energies that they were messing with had no right to be messed with by them. It's like, people really need to understand, especially like I'm seeing someone try to bind your Saturn, try to bind you to Saturn, or try to bind your Saturn so you wouldn't receive something, but that would but you would have needed to do something as well to allow it. It's like, there's so much going on. It's so weird. But it's just, I'm getting a lot, and I'm not this, and it's gonna be another one of those weird like dark readings, because I've been picking up on people getting ready to, like, they know that something's about to happen. Some people are like getting their fucking death certificates made. They're getting like their tombstones picked out. Like, people know something's happening. Like, it's game over for a lot of these people, and they know it because they were basically training you to see how far you would get. And you've already been completed for a while, but they needed, it was a life or death situation for them, because, well, frankly, they made it a life or death situation by doing all these things to you. They were in an illusion that they could banish you from your rebirth in the autumn time. And again, that's like with October, someone could have been doing something during Libra season to really throw your scales off balance and to fuck everything up, because Mercury retrograde was happening around in Libra season. I think we had like some other retrograde last year's Libra season as well. I can't remember what was in retrograde. I think it was like Pluto, or it was something. I don't remember. Or Neptune or something. I can't remember fully. I'd have to like look it up, but I'll do that later. But they were under an illusion that they could have banished you in the autumn time, and maybe that was when you were stepping on your path. You were just getting on your path in the autumn time. But what they didn't understand is, you even taking the first step to get on your path immediately meant that the mission failed. That should have been the big ticker. Oh, it was Uranus. I was thinking that it was Uranus. Okay, but and Uranus is all about yourself, your uniqueness, your spirit, basically. It's a very North Node energy, if that's how I'm feeling it. Like this, you could have like a North Node. In like Virgo, I'm hearing. I don't know. Anyway, they should have been aware that by the time you stepped on your path, by the time you started even digging deeper on who you were, or like you started up some sort of spiritual channel around that time, like that was it. Like that was the ending of their time. Like they should have stopped. And that's where they messed up at. These people don't really understand, but the signs have been with them ever since they've kept like going down this path. And I get, it's like, this is for the ones that like I don't know how to explain it, but you've always been protected. Ever since you were a child, you've been attacked. Like, it's not like something was happening. You were just getting more clarity, but everyone knows that this is ending. This path is over. You might even have people that are like really leaving your life. And I mean like people that like kind of talked to you or kind of checked in on you or sort of interacted with you. They're no longer interacting with you type energy, because they know what the part that they played in it, whether they were part of an organization or not. They know that they were doing something to you, and it's an energetic thing to where you are now not only on your throne, not only wearing your crown, but you're sitting there and it's solidified. There is like a golden and white light that is surrounding you, and it's like, I want to say it's breathtaking, but the only reason it's breathtaking is because it's like the energy is being sucked out of people. And it's not you who's doing it. It's these entities that are leaving this person's vessel. It's game over. Um it's a time for healing. It's been a time for healing forever. Um and you know, the age of Aquarius, it's really a time for healing. And Mark, goodness, thank you for gifting the for gifting the memberships, Mark. Thank you so much. Um, but and thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, and again, thank you all for the 20K as well. But you during this time you learned how to forgive corruption. You learned what forgiveness is, or you're starting to learn more about forgiveness, and you're on this, I don't want to call I'm going to call it the way it's coming to me. You're on this greater healing path. You are healing in ways, or you're helping people heal in ways that isn't talked about or isn't thought about, or you've always thought that your way of healing is a little bit, almost not all, it's like, so, the way people looked at it was kind of egotistical because, oh, you don't mess with the 3D because you're too good for it. No, I don't mess with the 3D because XYZ. You are on a different healing path. It's time for healing. Stop faking your healing. And it's not, and it's like that isn't even like projected towards you, collective. That's the energy you're embodying. Is it's time to stop acting like you're healed. You're not healed. We can see that you're not healed. And it's not the people who would know that and admit that they're not healing, that they admit that they're still healing from things. It's the people that are on this fake high horse of acting like they are healed whenever they're not. And it's starting to show, because these, again, the fake leaders, the false idols, those ones, the leaders who aren't healed enough for this next chapter of where Earth is going or where the vibration is heading, they have to step down. This energy, they cannot contain it. And that doesn't mean that their shit's gonna like flop and explode, you know, but they're gonna be stuck in a cycle, and they're also gonna be keeping people stuck in a cycle. And it's like some weird facade illusion energy. And all the people that's been watching you and looking at you and seeing you heal in this different way, they're starting to understand why. And it wasn't because you're egotistical or you think you're better than anyone. It's because you're tapped in and you know that the energies are getting more severe. They're getting more high vibrational. They're getting more intense. And the only way to deal with that intense energy is by raising your own vibration. And you do that by digging deeper within yourself. You're not shallow. Like, you are a very deep person. Even if you don't think that you are, like, you might not think that you're as deep as you are, but you are a very deep individual. Even if you struggle healing on the terms that you like say, you understand the importance of needing that type of healing, which already puts you in that higher vibration. Healing is a journey. It's the inner standing. It's the fact that you know within how, like, what you need to heal from. It's just waiting on the right time, really waiting on when you're truly ready to take that leap. And it's scary, and it's like, this is like the whole world shake up, because like all these events are happening, or that always have been happening, but the stable are going to be stepping out more. The ones that have been doing the healing work are going to be able to really step out and lead. There's no more, blind leading the blind. Of course, that will be a thing. Not always, but it will still be a thing that has to be dealt with. But the real light is gonna be easier to find. I'm telling you right now, it's the real light. It's the real source that's gonna be easier to find. It's how the vibration's going. And some people might stick with these other people because they will feel bad. It's like, oh, your light isn't fake, and say what you want, say what you will, stick with who you want, but you're only going to be holding yourself back. And as bad as that sounds, as scary as that is, it really is a time for healing. And a lot of people are seeing that. It doesn't matter who they are or like who their ancestors is. It's time. It's time to start being more comfortable with spirituality. It's time to start, if you work with your guides, it's time to start being more open about working with your guides. I've noticed this myself. The whole worry about me talking about Anubis comes from religious trauma because I don't want to deal with the backlash of people saying that that's bad to do. But again, that's me being codependent on an external value. Because we're all working on certain things, and I'm wanting to be more open with like who I work with in deity wise and what I do in the spirit, and like just how to connect with guides more, because on this spiritual journey it's very important to learn how to do that. And if you know who your guides are, it's also important just to know how to connect with them. Like, yes, your altar, yes, your ancestors and stuff, but how do you work with them? Are you offering up your time in the astral realms, in the sleep states? Are you offering up your times when you're awake to actually cooperate with them and to learn their process of things? um or are you just putting up an altar and feeding them? It's like there's more to it. You can always have a deeper connection. Because I do a lot of work with Anubis. I've done weighings of the hearts. I've done helping people cross over. I've done a lot. I've spent nights being a psychopomp, literally laying down, having entities lay down next to, like, not entities, but like people who have passed over lay in the same bed as me as we talk about their life and laugh and cry about their emotions so they can pass on easier. It's difficult. Like this, like talking about those things isn't as normal as it should be. And we're starting to get in that vibration of, yes, your ancestors are real, yes, gods are real, yes, the deities you pray to, yes, like all these things are real. But it's time to really start implementing them in like a day-to-day practice. And a lot of people do this, but they do it like hush hush because it's still like taboo. um but it's time to come back to the roots of things, to really like um drive things back home. um But all this necromancy, all these bringing ups of traumas and stuff during the wintertime, um, it's time for that, for those people who were doing that stuff to really sit with it and understand, um, and heal from what they've done. And these are people, like, it could even be someone who wasn't doing magic on you, but then they just randomly left you hanging and stuff of that nature, right? That brought up some sort of past energy that, even though they might not have been consciously aware, not saying everyone wasn't, but some people were not consciously aware, some people were paid money, etc. However, but the ones that even weren't consciously aware have to pay back with that karma. And with retrograde coming along, with all the retrogrades happening right now, it's becoming prevalent that they were an issue to you on your path, but you don't blame them, because it's one of those things that helps you heal. There's a lot of work that people are thinking of deeper, and they're starting to realize the role that they played, again, whether consciously or not. They're starting to realize that the divine was using them in a game because those people weren't even supposed to be in your life. They were there to teach you, to help you heal when you needed them. But ultimately they had no real good or faith in you because, again, they're attached to the material. That's cool for them, but that's not what you're here to do. And again, you've proven your strength, your will, and it's just time to evolve. Now, and like, evolution takes its time, of course, but it's something about the way, and like, someone does not want me to say this. Like, someone's, like, it feels like they're choking back tears, but not in like a good way, in a way of like, their life's about to crumble type energy. Like someone knows, like you know that like sick feeling you get, like your stomach churns, you feel like you're about to throw up. That's the energy that's coming around right now. Someone's like sick to their stomach, knowing that something bad's about to happen. And I'm even like, it's like tight throat. It's like I'm feeling it because all this chaos. Yeah, all this chaos and insanity energy is going back to these people on the new moon. This new moon that's coming up, it's all going back to them. And they know that that's the cycle they're going to have to deal with. It's not going to be fun. Someone knows that they can't even stop. They can't do anything. It's a whole new cycle. And it's just fear. It's so much fear. It's okay. I don't like saying this, but I'm gonna say it. It's regret for not just taking you out when they had the chance. Because I'm getting that bluntly, and I don't like it. But someone is really bringing up like, hey, we should have just took them out. Like we shouldn't have played around with them. We should have just took them out. It's like you're not responsible enough for your power in the first place, so it needs to be ripped from you, regardless of how you feel. These people only regret not being worse to you, basically, or making you beg more, or like, I don't know, it's like they're thinking about what they did wrong, but they did everything wrong. Like they could have just not done this and everything would have been fine, you know what I mean? But regardless, they got to come to reality. And the reality is, again, like the hearts and shit are being weighed. We're in the healing energy. And I was when I found out that Centron was in retrograde, that really made sense of why we were doing the weighings of the hearts. Like, it's time for healing. If you're not ready to heal, back to the cycle you go. Back to the fields you go. Like, your heart's going to be ate by a mut, by devastation. And you'll be in Duat, the underworld, attached to the realm of the 3D. Like, it's the rebirth that a lot of people, the whole Christ awakening that people wants to see is happening. Basically, where did you? There you are. And people aren't realizing it because this is the global version instead of like the individualistic that happens daily. This whole alignment is to reset the curses, the karma that will put on your life, and erasing that, resetting your life to where you can live it at your own pace and your own comfortability. And with copper, it's Venus energy. You had courage in combat with this love combat, with this combat with love for some reason. Libra, Taurus energy. You might have Libra or Taurus in your moon, or just have very strong like placements in it as well, or you yourself might be a Libra or Taurus, but regardless, like you had a lot of courage. It doesn't matter either way. And you fought with love. You didn't fight evil with evil. Someone wasn't treating you bad, you didn't turn around and stab them as well. You started loving yourself. You tried to give them love. They didn't accept it. They like banished you basically. So you kept loving on yourself instead. But these people are haunted by a banshee, and I feel like it's just an echo for these people. Like it's given the end of a bad movie where everyone's like replaying memories in slow motion. That's how it feels. This energy is awful. But it's war. These witches who are leeching off your energy, it's war for them. And they know it. You could have a platform, and all the people that were attacking you on your platform know that time is up. It doesn't matter if they did it for hee hee ha ha fun or not. Like, you were a part of the same energy that was doing this. You're getting this karma, whether you want it or not. Death is knocking at your door. Whether it's literal, physical, mental, emotional, however this death is going to be, shit's going to leave your life. Like, it's an overall death for everyone. It's a death for us collective, it's a death for them. But the energy that you're in is going to replicate what you're going to experience after this death. We've been on the path of healing. We've been on the path of growing and trying to do better and evolving and loving ourselves. So this rebirth is not going to be a painful, scary one. It's going to be one that really sheds off old skin of us so we can actually like breathe again. And for those that were surrounding themselves with all this chaos, all that shit's going back to them. We lay in the graves that we make. No one can make your grave for you because you're ascended. Yeah. You're ascended. These people cannot project this war energy at you. Whatever war is projected at them is going back. You're immortal. You've been immortal for a while. Like, these people can't tear you down. They know that they can't. They might try and come back last minute and try and help you. Ignore them. You know, like, they didn't want to help you when you were at one point, but they want to help you now type energy. Just be very careful who's coming back in your life. And, you know, like, if it's someone that you do like and they're coming back into your life, pay attention to how they make you feel. Their energy might be bland. They might drain you. You might not have as much fun with that person as you did. And that's the energetic shift. It's okay to leave people behind. And that's with gold, that's the sun. Raw energy. You're being enlightened. Like the way you're speaking, or you could be an air sign. You could have air sign Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your sun's position as well. But it's regardless, like, there's a balance happening. Like, Lady Justice is calling everyone's name and everyone's being judged. It's just how it is. Like, you cannot escape judgment. It does not matter. I don't know, someone wants to run away from karma as well as what I'm getting. Like, you can't really run from karma. Yeah. Blood, your family wants to run from this karma, but if they were being vain to you, you knew that you had an incubus or succubus in your family, but you're protected by Circle of Light. It's just awful. All these religious people, all these spiritual people that, like, wanted to count you out because of an ego of them, like, what? It's like, I don't know. People really gotta wake the fuck up. Like, you gotta stop making fun of everyone. Stop acting like you're better than someone because God put you in a position higher. Because God will rip that fucking sheet out from underneath you like that. You have to have an understanding. You're not more powerful. You were put in that position by God, by a higher source. You better start fucking, like, humbling yourself a little bit more. Is what people are starting to realize. Because it's not a joke. People are gonna lose their positions. It's not like a haha funny thing. These people know that they're about to lose their positions. They look weird towards you. They're asleep. Compared to you, they're still asleep. Things are awkward. Their energy is weird because you're balanced. All this voodoo that they were invested in, they're caught for it because of your religion, of your faith. Your crown chakra, you already knew that these people were doing this shit to you. It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't under the bed. I don't know why these people still think that they're sneaky with it. Because it's giving. This is how it's. This is really what some people are doing. You might know this person by their name, by the type of clothes that they wear. You might know this person's address, like the type of car they drive, how many kids they have, how many pets they got, everything. You might have astrally traveled to this person's straight up house in the dream state. You know who this person is. You've seen their face. You know them. It's not that you just know the energy. You know who these people are. You've been in physical contact with these people. And they still feel like you don't know who they are. Still feel like they can do this magic on you without you knowing. They're stupid. I'm sorry, but, like, that's a different type of delusion. They take these gambles thinking that you don't know. And it's like, no, you do. They want to make it personal. So now their hearts are going to be weighed on a very personal level. It's no one's fault but theirs. They have a gambling addiction, and apparently they wanted to gamble their life, you know? And they lost. They sold out for magic. And you know this. You know that they sold out for magic. Just watching you and stalking you and I don't know, like, there's like a weird projection of someone hoping that you're okay. I don't know why they're hoping that. But I'm telling you, you're having a rebirth. I'm on point right now. You're not in this debt energy anymore. You're not in spiritual debt. You're having a rebirth. Osiris energy. You're being bandaged back up. Although I said that in a reading before too, and there it is. It's coming back again with Osiris energy. You're being put back together. You were ripped. You were stomped on. You were like exploded a few times. Maybe flushed down a toilet or two. You know what I mean? But but the divine's putting you back together, bit by bit. ISIS is going across the land, the Nile, and putting you back together. So you can have this rebirth. You're going through it. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Time is up. Time has been up for a while, but it's like it wasn't to test to see how these people, how quote unquote strong or brave they were. The time was up was to tell these people, hey, it's not gonna work. You might just want to like lay low and give up now. Because it's like, you'll learn one way or another. And like, again, better luck next lifetime. But this is something that happened in a past lifetime. They did this shit in a past lifetime. They still fucked up. They're attracting all this conflict for nothing. They wanted, like, listen, I don't know how many times these idiots have to do this, how many lifetimes they gotta go through this, but it's not gonna work. The light always prevails. I don't know what these people get. I don't know what they don't understand. The light always prevails. Like, what? I'm even getting for some of you, you might have even had premonitions as a child of family. I'm telling you, with the crown chakra on the bottom, you might have had premonitions as a child about family members who were getting arrested, or like some like people in your life who were like going to be punished. You might have seen that shit when you were a child, or seeing that stuff now. You know what I mean? That wasn't just that wasn't like a weird hallucination. That was the divine showing you what was gonna happen to these people. It wasn't like a thing to like, oh, it's not gonna happen. No, it's going to happen, but it needs to be the right time. The divine's just letting you know that these people aren't good for you, and there is punishment for them. It's just like, I don't know what they wanted. Like, this is the path that they chose, and they continue to go down it, acting like you don't know. Whenever you do, like, people are delusional. And they feel like they're going to take these secrets to the grave, and fuck, maybe they will. But at the same time, yeah, it's the family. Your family's quiet. Like, these groups of people, these families, these covens, they know that it's time's up. They don't have nothing else to say. They don't have anything to do. They don't know when their endings are going to happen. It's hidden from them. In the same way that they came at you with masks, with hiding with their true intentions, that's how the angel of death is going to come towards them. That's a message that these people are getting for their plan. Someone being told to leave the country. Someone might be trying to flee from you because they tried to sell you out, angel, for money, and now they're going to jail. So maybe someone could have been going to jail and trying to manifest that you go to jail, but God seen this magic they were doing and deemed their case like false. Like, if this is a spiritual court situation, like, God's was like, no, listen, I seen what you were doing. I mean, to an angel, to an actual angel, to an earth angel. That's you. You're a real earth angel. Hello. Like, hi. We exist. It's a thing. It's the same thing as like aliens, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, there's not like, I don't like this. I don't know. People, like, wake up. These people are so ridiculous because they have the same type of people that do black magic but then don't believe in angels. Like, hello. Like, what? Can we wake up? Can we wake up? Can we wake up? You understand that demons are just fallen angels, right? You understand that. I hope someone understands that, dude. I just really do. I just really do. Like, one day it'll click. It'll click for a few people. I don't know. But they're pissed off. They're hiding. That's so funny that this balance card wants to come out. I misdrew this balance card. This balance card is misdrawn because the heart is lighter than the feather, and I find that really funny. But they're trying to hide the fact that they're pissed off that they did not get weighed the way that they wanted to be. They tried to control you. They wanted to control you, and like, no. You said no. But I'm telling you, these people got high and thought that they can control you, control your root chakra. So they were invested, yeah, but they were invested in your blessings because they knew that you were an ascended master, or they knew like who you were connected to. I mean, they know who you are. So they wanted to affect you. They wanted to block your sacral chakra, maybe with doing some sort of music or doing some sort of sound shit. I don't know, but these snakes, all the snakes know that they fucked up. They feel like clowns. Someone feels childish for trying to drug you, or someone feels childish for getting drunk or high and doing these things. Like it's over. They're stuck in this cycle. They're blocked from investing. They are blocked from purifying this moon magic that they did on your crown chakra. The Pandora's box is already open. You've already won this battle. They're embarrassed. They're stuck in this cycle. They cannot purify their energy. There are no, I'm telling you right here with Purify, they cannot purify their energy. It's over. You've already won. It's time to move on to your blessings. It's time to move on to your blessings. Yeah. Like all these things that they were summoning for entertainment, all these demons and rituals, they're blocked. Trying to attack your heart and crown chakra, and then watching to see if it's gonna work. They know that they're in trouble. It's not working. It's not. You're not. It's gone. Like, I don't know. They should have been invested in something more than watching you. Like, I feel like that would have just been like a better situation in total for everyone. But regardless, they fucked up. They fucked up. Hold on. I want to get some. Can we get some information from y'all? Like, who's in charge? Who's in charge of all this, Spirit? What the hell? It's just giving groupie energy. But yeah, can recover lost items and find treasures, can make one invisible, gives true answers on divine secrets, able to turn others into different forms and convince them that the change is real, causes ones to be live, distributes promotions in high offices, reveals hidden natures and reveals hidden treasures, and then transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. Again, it's just these people, like, they're about to wake up into a nasty reality. It's not looking good. It's not feeling good. It's not feeling good. I mean, there could be gypsies involved. But again, this is like past energy. So like everyone wants to be this fake energy towards you. It's just, I'm getting even like a Leviathan spirit too. Like someone might have been trying to use Leviathans against you, or someone like really uses Leviathans in their work, and that shit's not working. Like they try and call the devil to get out of this stuff, and the devil's not answering their phone anymore. Like the devil does not want any part of these people at all. It's the star with the magician. I love this energy. You're chosen. You're the star. Despite how anyone wants to, it doesn't matter how these people feel. And I feel like this is a big shut the fuck up moment for them, because they really have to sit down and understand and just get real with it. Like, you are chosen for this. You are the one. I don't care how many people like you. I don't care how many people or how much money you have or how many cars you have. Fuck that. You're chosen, collective. You are the one with all the abilities to do this shit. Not them. They can't do this shit. They wouldn't be able to. And that's why you get to move forward. That's why you get to move on. This is your path that you're on. No one else's. You put in all this hard work. And you're honest. You tell the truth, you say what you have to say. You're blunt with it. And you have to be blunt. But I mean, you know what I mean? People might not like you because you seem bitchy, but that's because frankly, their ego is getting in the way and they want to say some shit. They're too scared to take these leaps. They're too selfish. They're too indulged in themselves to really move forward. They don't want to take the time to blossom. They want to just look a certain way, or I don't know. And I always talk about it, and there's nothing wrong with it, but a lot of people feel over gratified by having some sort of certificate. Who gives a fuck, though? It's a piece of paper. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Like, you're told that about everything, you know. It's like there's no difference. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have or how many years you went to college for. If you don't know what you're doing on a personal level, on an interpersonal level even, then what's the point? There's no quick, easy way down this spiritual path. You know what I mean? And like maybe someone thinks that you shouldn't have like the diploma or the education that you do have. Maybe someone thinks that it's not fair that you're as educated as you are. Maybe you have a lot of diplomas. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with it, of course. There's nothing wrong with it. Do what you need to do. Do what you feel like you need to do, always. There's nothing wrong with anything that you do. You're always on the right path. But it's like either the lack of certification or the granted certification that you have is like bothering people. Because they had to do this and that to get where they're at, and you don't, because you just do things differently. You're not... It's an attachment to the 3D that these people don't understand, and that's why nothing's working. Again, everything's falling apart. With the 3 of Cups, there's no more fun times. The celebration's over. The parties are over. The money that they splurged on useless things instead of what they should have been doing is over. And again, if these people were part of some sort of organization or cult or whatever, it's like you spent your time wasting. Like, maybe y'all should stop watching TV. Maybe you all should stop watching TV and stop watching movies. I think that's your main issue, okay? You can't have a real life montage, okay? Understand that. And with the Hierophant, it is something to do with like an organization, a cult, some sort of religion, or some sort of higher knowing or higher power. It's like you're part of this organization, this cult, and you're told to do an assignment, and instead of doing the assignment, you're fucking around with the finances that they give you, and then like doing magic to save your own ass because you're not responsible enough. Like, come on, really? You thought? Because here's the thing. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. Like, the divine would not have let you have the position that you wanted, even if you took the collective out, because your mission was not to take collective out. Even if they signed up for this cult activity, their mission on this earth was not to take you out. It was to learn from you, to learn how to be responsible, so that they could actually get the shit that they wanted from the organization or cult that they wanted to, because that's what they wanted to do, right? God puts his hands up. Do what you want to do. You want to be part of a cult, be part of a cult. But leave my anointed one the fuck alone. It's that simple. You want a promotion, get it the right way, with knowledge. In the 5 of Wands, internal conflict within each other. Like, oh, I shouldn't have listened to you because all you wanted to do was party. Well, dumbass, why did you listen to them? It's like, come on, like, really? Cults, like, they're tearing themselves apart. And I mean, I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just being honest and like genuinely, like, cults and shit, they're organizations. They're very serious about their energy. They don't like when their energy gets out of whack like that, because then a bunch of attention gets dragged to them despite what they're doing. They don't need that extra attention. So why are you throwing a ruckus and fucking everything up and bringing so much attention to their dastardly deeds? They're gonna kick you the fuck out. They're not gonna protect you anymore. If you end up getting, poofed away, then you get poofed away. That's not on them, that's on you, because you're bringing negative attention to them. Doesn't matter what they're doing. Doesn't matter if they're going to the graveyard and doing this shit, beforehand. But the fact that you want to go there and make a big scene about everything and to boast about who you are, that's when shit starts getting weird. You shouldn't be doing that. Have humble yourself. Have dignity. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Who cares that you're part of a cult? Keep it to yourself. Keep it within the cult organization. If you want to get someone on, get someone on. It's like, it's not a big deal. Who cares? It's like someone really needs to get that in their brain. Like, Just because you're part of a cult doesn't make you any stronger. Those leaders in that cult probably don't even fucking like you. You have to earn respect in those things. You have, like, listen, I don't understand. Some people just don't know this stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's common sense to me, at least. But it's an ending to these people's blessings. Um, and the blessing they had might have been having power granted from cults, because a lot of cults and covens, they have like an energy bubble that they surround themselves in with everyone's magic and everyone's abilities to protect them from backfires and stuff if something goes awry. Well, this person is no longer part of that energy protection bubble that was the gift of them being in this cult, because they're misusing their gifts. It's like you have to. I don't know why I need to explain this stuff. I don't. I'm pretty sure they tell you these things before you even sign up to this stuff. I don't know why I have to be the one to explain this, but even if you don't plan on signing up to a cult, I'm just gonna give you the free information. Um, when you're in a cult or any type of organization, it's like a job. The person who has a higher position than you is your manager. You have to ask the people above you before you go off and do some crazy shit like that. Okay? I don't think they understand that, because you're you're depending on someone in a higher position to give you the knowledge that could possibly overthrow them. So they have to play it safe and not tell you everything. It's like, dude, you're codependent on your knowledge. And I hate to say that to these people who are in these organizations and cults who think that they're so powerful. You're not as powerful as you think. In fact, they're telling you information that you don't want to know. I mean, that they're not telling you information that you want to know because they know that you're not worthy of it yet. You're wet behind the ears, child. Like, really, when it comes to a maturity standpoint, when it comes to being connected to the divine and having an understanding, and really, you know, I mean, I'm an occultist, so I love knowing all this stuff anyway. But I don't go out and search for it. These are things that are like their thing. It's real. It's like the covenant that you might have with God. You know what I mean? Ask God, what do I do? You're my higher power, God. What's up? It's no middleman. It's no like person that you have to talk to. It's direct to the divine. It's you. If anything, you're the middleman for other people. You know what I mean? Um, but I don't think they understand that. Because just as God will keep things hidden from you, so will man. And I feel like I don't even know how to feel about these people. It's just like they're not as smart as it's like it's bothersome to me. It really is. And I don't know if that's just me being a Libra and not liking whenever people don't have common sense like this while acting crazy and doing shit or not, but you have like, come on. Like, really? At the end of the day, treat it's like a business, dude. Like, really? Like, I don't, I'm not one to like advocate for joining cults and stuff, but I understand that stuff. I respect it in the sense of it's like a way of getting information. I respect that. It's very controlled. I can see why it needs to be very controlled. It's very good for it to be a controlled environment in that sense, but at the same time, it's like there are better ways of doing it. There's a reason why things are gate capped, and it's because there's people who are like them and other people who don't understand the severity of their actions, and they feel like magic can just save them. It won't. It will not save you. You will always get to a point of using your magic where shit falls down. Why do you think that whenever celebrities sell their soul, they ride a really high wave and then they fucking crash? They come out as a fucking pedophile. Some weird shit happens. They get shot. Like, it wears down at some point. Understand this. You're not protected forever, dog. because it's a free trial, and once that trial is up, you have to sign the contract. And oh, I don't want to sign the contract again. Well, then bye. We don't need you then. If we're not getting your energy, bye. On the other hand, you work with the divine. The contract's everlasting. You don't have to go bye-bye. You can move yourself away at any time without any like major repercussions, as long as you're not being blasphemous. And I mean, this is all a choice that they made with the lovers, a contract, a choice, an agreement, a companionship of who they chose to be with. And it's like, what can you do other than sit and learn? And I mean, let's be real. For some of you all, these people wanted to learn the occult knowledge and learn about all these, like, how to use magic and summoning certain entities and whatnot that you probably already knew how to do. But then they sold their soul and then lost a bunch of money to learn this stuff, whenever they could have just been cool with you and learned it in the first place. But they didn't think that you knew about it because you're not boasting about it, and because you're not using it to your advantage every damn day. That means you don't know what you're doing type bullshit. But you just understand that you can't abuse the powers that you have. You will lose them. It's like, I don't know. Like, people are weird. People are weird. They need to have a deeper understanding. But the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, both in reverse. These plans, this magic, gone. Nothing. It's poofed away. It's like you should have just been smart. Like, there's nothing you can do. There's no time magic that you can do to stop this stuff. And they don't know where you're at. Energetically, they can't touch you, Empress. They don't know who you are. They, you know, like, whenever some people, they don't know something, they get so confused by something, they just get pissed off and look at it very angrily. That's how people are looking at you. They don't understand why it's you. And the only response I can think of is that thought right there. That anger, that jealousy and envy is exactly why it's not you. Because you're jealous, envious, spiteful. You want to be seen for more rather than who you are. You're not seeing yourself for who you are because you need external gratification. And it's like, that's why you're not in these high positions. That's why the divine isn't pushing you in those positions, because you're still learning. And it's not that you're wrong, it's just you're still learning. You know what I mean? We all have to learn how to get over ourselves at some point. And people don't like what it's you. Maybe you're younger than, like, again, because I know, like, it could either just be like, again, like, it's a race thing, or it's your age, or it's something like your spirituality makes people uncomfortable because you're not just spiritual, but you say the word God, and people still want to compare God to the Christian book, and then they all get mad because you're talking about God, and then they go and praise the God that they want to praise, and they also call that God, but it's different whenever they say God, because fucking bullshit. That's why that's you know what I mean? Like, it's all God. People need to understand that. People, like, I've been seeing this a lot right now. It's a new wave of like, oh, don't comfort people by saying God. Then what do you want me to say then? The universe, spirit? It doesn't matter what it is. It's all God. I understand your religious trauma is a thing, but you're missing the point. The lower deity that you praise and say God to is God. Funny thing, Asmodeus is a version of God. It is God learning about God, so he splits himself up. God is not just of light. God is everything, and everything includes light and dark. Welcome to Earth, where we learn these things and we come to terms and accept that religion gives us the textbooks and the guidelines and rules for how to let our spirit rule over our life, so we know how to operate, rather than being like, everything's right when I say it, everything's wrong when you say it. Like, it's simple, but man is the issue. It's the fact that man wants to put their opinions all over everything. Because you can even talk to people and they'll be like, yeah, I understand that God's everything, but I don't think God's the Christian God. No one cares. Not to be mean, but no one cares if you don't think it's the Christian God. No one even mentioned it. We're just asking. We're just say God. It's okay, or say universe or spirit or whatever. Know the definition of the word God before you use it or something. I don't know. Like fuck. But it's not even like anything to get mad at, because it's like I've been there before. I know how it is. But you have to come to that deeper understanding and really get down and dirty with it. Like, it's not a bad thing to label yourself as a Christian. The labels that we have power to them. As we know, we label things to know what they are. When you put a label on yourself, you are granted the energy that label comes with. Right? That's what labels are. They're energetic fucking siphoners. They're just tablets that we put in ourselves and ingest so we can embody that energy of what that label is. Your name is a label. You embody the energy of your name. Like, I embody the energy of Zahara. What the fuck is the energy of Zahara? Whatever I am. You know what I mean? Those things right there is what we need to learn and understand. And people don't understand that. So then they label you as something better than them. Boom. Now you're better than them in their eyes. Now you're better than everyone in their eyes because they labeled you as such. No one, you never said it yourself. No one else said it. They said it. They want to label you as that. They're labeling you as a god in their eyes because they deem you as better, because they think that's how you think. Cool. That's why their life's getting fucked up by you, because you're a god to them. They have to bow down to you. They can't be powerful than you. They label you as nothing, then they can't target you either. If you're nothing to them, then leave them alone. Understand the labels you put on people, on things, on behaviors. You know what I mean? And that's like I don't know why people, I mean, like, again, like when you are in this journey, when you're learning and diving deep and learning about like word magic and understanding the power of words and the power of like numbers and all these things, it starts becoming more prevalent. And it's like people don't know that, and people aren't realizing that still. And it's like their negative connotation with the word God, frankly, is the reason why God isn't positive towards them, which sucks. For them, of course, it sucks for them because they want this positive energy from God that you have, but it's because they still attach all this negativity to God, and it's like they need to fix that. Like, but they don't. But they, it's like all bad. It's so weird because I know how these people think, and just being a Libra and dissecting things is a side thing as well. But they're only receiving the negative sides of the. It's like, man, it's like reading the Old Testament of the Bible and then thinking that that is the only version of God, and then having a bunch of dog shit things happen to you. It's because you're only listening to the Old Testament version of God, which, if you know about the Old Testament, that's not God. That's not the Christian God. Reading the book of Enoch will really teach you that. Anyway, knowledge is power. Please do your research. Like, always be a seeker. Always be the hermit and learning things, because whatever you give power to will fuck you over in the mean run. But we have the Knight of Wands reverse and the Ten of Swords reverse. People are too beat up, and it's like, I don't know. You're not beating yourself up. You're not stuck. You're moving forward with the Eight of Wands. And it's like they know that they're not strong enough to keep you from this victory. It's been over. You know your power. You know who you are. And you know how they identify you as. They're scared of you. They're scared of you. They only attack you because they're scared. They're scared of the forces that protect you. They're scared of you. And that's fine, you know. But with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it's like, it's because they sat you at this table. They wanted you, I don't know. It's like these people sat you at tables that where you didn't belong, which made you see your worth even more. And then when you got up and left, it's like, oh, you think you're better than us. No one said that you thought that you were better than them. But now your energy is like that. It's like, control yourself. And that's the biggest thing about this healing and energetic journey, especially just learning more about how energy works and like words. Words are so much more important than you would think, and people don't understand that because everything you say puts a spell on people. It doesn't matter whether it's a positive or negative way, a word puts a spell on you. And the way that you react is how that spell is going to affect you. Like someone, like let's say you hate the color green, and anytime you hear the word green or see the color green, it pisses you off. You are under a spell of the color green. I'm sorry to say it like that, but really, like, why else does that object or color have the power to change your emotional status if you're not under a spell that it's causing you to be in? Whether you're consciously aware of it or not, you have to understand. That's why it's important to understand everything's neutral. The only thing that's not neutral are your thoughts, because your thoughts will generate that emotion. Your thoughts are not neutral, for they are preordained to already have, a side that they lean on or a position that they will sit in. Everything else is neutral, but you create everything. All your reactions, everything you see, you create that yourself. You have to get that deeper understanding and understand this. And a lot of people are going to figure that out sooner or later, because it's like the energy of everyone thinking that you're better than them, and the energy of you walking this path by yourself and being on your own and being in the upright and following the divine has now put you in a status closer to the divine than before. It's like, you sow what you reap, and these people are reaping the fact that, like, I don't know, just everything. The fact of everything. The fact that they really counted you out the same way. They played the role, They made the role, they made the game, they played it, but they didn't read the rules. But with the Nine of Cups reversed, it's just a bunch of wishes being unfulfilled. There's nothing good happening. There's a lot of greed and envy and jealousy that you're able to nurture yourself, and you're being given what you desire. Like, look at all those hands reaching up. Everyone wants a bit of what the divine's giving, but the divine is pouring water in the one hole that doesn't have any hands sticking out of it. Everyone else wants a bit of what you get, but no one else wanted to do the work. They all want to, oh, be with me now, be with me now. I see your worth now. No, you don't. You do not see my worth now. You see me as an object, as a getaway card, as like, no. Do the work. Do the work. No, it's awful. It really is. But some people have to learn this way. Some people have to learn this way. And it sucks, but like that, again, that's just how the cookie crumbles, and that's how they have to stay. It's right here though. Justice, death, the world. It's fair. This is completely fair. This is justice for everything to crumble down and for a new energy to be born. That is how the world. That's how it's happening with the Star and the Magician. Your words have power. Be careful what you wish for. Monkey paw. You think that someone's better than you and you're jealous of them, so that you tear them down. Monkey paw. Turns out they're better than you now because that's how you want to view them. And that's how everyone else views them. Oh no, you didn't know that. Scary thoughts, right? But you know, it's like, that's the truth. With the Wheel of Fortune, because good luck is on your side. Good luck is on your side. You stayed balanced despite what anyone threw at you. You know, or you're learning these things, or you're going to have a deeper understanding of these things. And everyone's going to have to understand that. Even if they don't like you, they got to put respect on you. They have to. And it's not because I said so. It's not because another reader said so. It's not even because God said so. It's because they put you in a position to where they have to look up to you despite them not wanting to look up to you. They put you on a pedestal, and now they have to look the fuck up to you. That's their issue, not yours, not no one else's. They chose to do that to themselves. And what do when you knock someone's pedestal over? The debris falls on top of you. Luckily for you, you weren't standing on the top of the pillar that you were on the pedestal. You weren't even standing on top of it. The divine was holding you up. You had wings. You were floating above the pedestal. So they knocked over a whole fucking glass wall just for it to shatter on top of them. And it's like it's not my fault. You're the one that knocked over all that stuff. Like, why do I have to pick it up? That's your fault. Why were you throwing rocks? And again, that's like the gift, because you're gifted. You're being held up by the divine. Like, you're not. It's an illusion. They put you on an illusionary pedestal. It was the divine holding you. Again, your wings. You're floating. You're not held by the material. You're held by spirit. And these people are understanding that now. And the only reason why is because they're stuck. They're stuck where they're at, and they see you moving forward. You keep getting further and further away. And these people, they keep reaching out and going, hey, look at me, look at me. Look at this, look at that. No. There's no looking anywhere. It's over. With the Chariot, the Seven of Cups reversed, and the Three of Wands, the illusion's busted. You moved forward. There's nothing at all that's happening for these people. The Three of Wands reversed. No ships are coming in. The ships that they seen were your ships, and they thought that they were gonna like wave their flag or like manipulate the lighthouse to get the shit to come to them. All that teamwork for nothing, because the Hermit reversed. No, the Hermit reversed. These people were being too obvious with it, trying to overpower you. You knew that these people just wanted to be in your life because of your status, because of your power. And it's one of those things where you looked over. You're like, yeah, but I know what they're trying to do, but I love them, and I want them to see. Because even with the High Priestess in the Page of Pentacles reverse, it's like you knew some of these people weren't supposed to come with you, or you weren't supposed to be around these people. But you have a pure heart. Like, it's not, we can all have fun together. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to tag along with me unless you choose not to. And then they chose not to. So then you're like, well, that gives me all the reason to leave. But you knew all along. It wasn't a surprise. You were just really hoping that they would change. But no, they weren't, because the devil, they want to stay attached. Because in the same sense that they dragged you along on their adventures of materialism and finance and all these things, and they were doing it to make you look bad, they thought you were bringing them down the path of the divine to make them look bad. And that's just how it is on their side, because they live in a dog-eat-dog world. And I've never in my life want to ever feel like I'm in a dog-eat-dog world. That sounds fucking awful. That sounds horrible. But you moved on. You moved away from this Queen of Cups reverse energy that you were in. And I'm just feeling that this Queen of Cups reverse energy was someone that kept pouring and pouring and pouring into other people, expecting them to give you something back, and they never did. It's like, why aren't you, like, it's not even that you're mad at them not giving you anything back. It's like, why aren't you doing anything with the energy that I'm giving you? Why aren't you doing anything? I'm here supporting you, but you're not moving the way that you should. You gave these people plans, but all they wanted to do is see you stuck, because it's like, as long as you're not moving forward, I feel good for myself. I'll feel fine. And then you leaped away from them. You made the decision to leave. You teamed up with the divine intervention, divine intelligence, like inspiration. Like, you listen to your intuition. You made a choice, a very balanced choice, to move forward, to keep your peace. And they didn't like that. The Nine of Cups, and that's why you win with the Nine of Cups. Like, that's, again, like, look, it even says best ales, wines, and spirits. They wanted, like, they kept saying you were in this energy, so now here you are in this energy, being so great, being so loving, being the one with all the attention, because they wanted to bring all the attention to you. And it's like, so now what? Not only have you put this person on a pedestal, not only have you brought people to come towards this person, to watch them, to give them attention, to give them the things that you wanted for yourself. It's like, You fucked yourself. They helped you out. They gave you the publicity. They gave you the fans, the stalkers. They gave you the energy. They gave you everything that you needed. The divine helped you out by letting them play this game. You give all your energy to people. You give all your love and support to people. And they never did anything with it. So then they did that to you, and then here you are boosted off. It's like, thanks. I can transmute energy. We can transmute energy. We can just use that negativity to be like, you know what? That's cool. Watch me. And not even in an egotistical state of being like, watch me, but just watch what you can do if you followed my steps. Just watch what I was trying to teach you to do. You weren't gonna drink the water unless I drank it first. So I drank the water, and now the whole gallon of water is gone, and now you're pissed off because you wanted water. Well, bitch, you still drank the water. Like it, and there's still water left, of course, but I guess you're just so upset. It's like the horse got stubborn. it's like it's like you have a horse that needs to drink water and it's sitting there dying, so you go back to town to get another horse, and then that horse drinks the water, and then your old horse is getting pissed off and like bucking and jumping around and throwing tantrums because the other horse is drinking the water. Like, bro, just drink the water. Like, there's enough for everyone. There's literally enough for everyone. You can drink all you can drink if you want, but you not. So stop throwing a baby tantrum. That's your fault. You could have done better. You knew to do better. You could have. Like, there's so many other things you could have done, but you chose to stay in your head and trap yourself. It's crazy. It's crazy. But with the Seven of Pentacles, you reap what you sow, and they're scared because they don't know how you survived all this hard work that they put on you, this Empress. They know how hard this shit was. I mean, they were the one behind it. They know all the magic they threw at you. They know how much it was. They put that energy in. And now that they're drained and they don't have any energy left in them, here it comes back to them. What are you going to do with the energy now? Let's see if you can transmute this stuff. They can't. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They can't. No, they cannot. The Two of Cups reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the King of Swords reversed, the Sun reversed. No, they can't do it. They don't have enough energy. They're not mentally strong enough. They have too much chaos going on. They don't know how. They just don't know how. They're very imbalanced. In the Star reverse, they're unhealed, and that's why they can't transmute this energy. They're unhealed. They don't know how to transmute. All they know is how to be negative and lie and be mean to people and be fake. And that doesn't get you nowhere. That gets you a little, that gets you as far as it will get you, but you know, what comes up must come down type energy. So how long are you going to be okay with that path? Regardless though, collective, just know that you did everything right. Continue being an example, continue being a guiding light to these people, because even if they don't like you, even if they hate you, you're still showing them like what happens when you really do the work. Stay grounded. You have a lot of good luck, and this good luck is also grounded in you. Like, don't even fret, do not worry. This good luck, this good fortune that you have, this golden energy is not leaving you. It's inside of you. It's who you are. Your good fortune, your good luck comes from how determined you are to keep pushing. Despite how you might feel emotionally, you still continue to push forward. Despite how hard it is, despite how quote unquote slow or fast you may be going, you still do it. That good fortune is not going anywhere. It's building up inside of you. When it's time, it will be time. But until then, just relax and trust in the divine, because they will carry you all the way there if you're doing the work that you have to. Like, that good, it's not going nowhere. Again, it's about releasing your shadow. Just release your shadow. Become lighter. Your soul is like, I don't have a bag. I don't have a bag small enough. I really don't. Anyway, your soul is like a very tiny like bag. Is it called a nickel bag? I don't know what it's called, but it's like a really tiny bag that your soul like can carry. It's very small luggage that you could have to elevate. And that's why shadow work's important, because the shadow keeps you heavy. And when you work with your shadow, when you're able to play with your shadow and cooperate with your shadow, there's less resistance, there's less weight, so you're able to float more, so you're able to be in this higher vibration. And I mean, I'm telling you, it's time. Especially with Centron being in retrograde, where it's time to heal from everything that you've gone through. And we have 41, 42, 43 here. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. I mean, they're right there. It's time. Like 41, 42, 43. It's time to level up. We have 13, which is death. Good fortune. This rebirth is going to bring a lot of good fortune. 22, an internal balance. Equal. You have safe travels during the storm. 33, with 30 and 21, 33. You're protected by your ascended masters. They're here for you. They're guiding you. They're pushing you. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. I'm telling you the truth, because this past life energy is not you anymore. You get to change the energy that revolves around your past life. Listen, it's right here. You get to choose affluence. You get to choose how this past life energy gets to affect you. Either you look back on it in a way that it helps you understand or not. But on this new moon, I'm telling you, it's about this new moon, child. I don't like, what is this? I think it is Saturn's retrograde that happens on the new moon. I really feel like that. Maybe it might be Mercury retrograde. Actually, no, it's gonna be Mercury. I think Mercury's retrograde starts on the new moon. I'm pretty sure, or around the new moon. But it's the past life, dude. That shit that you blocked off is not gonna come towards you. That's why you need to release this shadow, release the guilt, release the shame that you have. Embrace it. And it doesn't mean release it fully. You know, take your time with it, but allow you not only the divine, but allow yourself to allow the grace to come through. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on others. Judge not unless ye want to be judged. I'm telling you, because divine feminine, you're coming home to your divine feminine self, to your true power. And you have the key. It's inside of you. The key is the key to everything that you want is in your divine feminine energy. To you being able to manifest and attract. And I'm hearing like Shimmy, there's a lot of good fortune towards you. And it's something about your divine masculine energy. You might be doing a lot of work because of like emotional stress or something, and you need to work with your divine masculine energy inside of you as well. Like balance out yourself. Even if you feel like you're balanced, check in on yourself. Is your feminine energy okay? How are your emotions? Is your masculine energy okay? How is your work ethic? But trust the process. Trust your emotions. Trust your intuition with the water. Trust your intuition. Trust in your gut, in your emotions. Trust that you're a healer. Trust the capability that you're able to transmute this stuff. Trust that you can transmute your energy into this new energy, this new life energy. You can transform all that you need. That's what you're being guided to do, is to have this rebirth so that you can grow. And you can do it. It's very possible. You can do it. And you're doing it right now. Actively. Even like watching certain tarot videos that bring up past events that kind of make you feel shaky, you're doing that transmutation while that's happening. Those emotions are being shown to you so you can get rid of them. Doesn't matter if you're getting rid of them by crying or by screaming or by laughing at these people or whatever. You're transmuting that energy by getting it the fuck out of your system, because that opens up gateways and passageways for more energy to come through. But you're doing it whether you know it or not, consciously and unconsciously. I'm telling you. Are there any other angels? I'm going to shuffle 2 more times because we're almost at 7 shuffles. Okay. I don't even have any of the bracelets on. I don't know. I forgot all about them. But we have Malachi, God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, and safety in travel. That's just huge confirmation right there. Valuhel, the great and exalted God, grand you are, it makes one passionate towards God. Hamaya, God, the hope of all the earth, ritual and ceremony, can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Omael, the patient God, Fertility and multiplicity, protects against despair and helps one be patient. Cathatel, the adored god, divine blessings, drive away evil spirits, and rules agricultural production. Nithaya, the generous god, spiritual wisdom and magic, helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. And last but not least, Dwaya, the marvelous god, revelation, protection from sadness, and gives revelations in dreams. I would pay attention to your dreams. If you can't remember your dreams, you can always do mugwort tea. You can try and have like a dream journal next to your bed, as well as before you go to bed. Whenever your brain, because when you're getting ready for brain, you're getting ready for brain, goodness, when you're getting ready for sleep, your brain enters into theta, and theta is really good for manifestation because that's when your conscious cannot tell the difference between reality and imagination. Your conscious begins to drift off in that in-between realm in theta when your brain hits theta waves. And you can also listen to like certain you can listen to theta frequencies as well to do this as well. But when your brain is in that theta energy or that theta mode or state or however you want to phrase it, you can start getting yourself to remember your dreams and stating to yourself, I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. Again, that's another way for manifestation as well. If you're wanting manifestations to happen, the best time to do it is before you're about to go to bed. That's why a lot of shadow work works really well before you're about to go to bed, because your brain starts slipping. It slips away from grasping on to needing some sort of protection or seeing something from like an outside view. The brain ends up being more malleable, and when you're open and receptive, that's when the best healing happens. So before you're going to bed is really the best time to do any sort of manifestation work or shadow work. It's just it really is. Like a lot of people, I don't know why people don't talk about it, but I've always talked about doing that. I've always done most of my shadow work while while before I'm about to go to bed. And that's why like microdosing and like people finding out that like microdosing ketamine and shrooms and stuff help with therapy, because those drugs get your brain into the theta vibration. Those drugs put your brain into that theta area to where you're able to see those things and heal from them. That's why that big study's happening. It's not the fact that it's not, that it doesn't work. It's just there's laws implemented to keep people from healing, because once you heal, you start to feel your own power, and people don't want you to be in your own power. But that's very much how it is. Like you need to, like do research about how your brain operates and what frequencies and the states of your brains before you're gonna go to sleep, and like the states of your brain during meditation and all sorts of things, because you'll start to realize that you don't need all these external things to alter your own reality. Though they help you, it's to also like get you to realize how those states are always like part of you, because nothing happens externally, everything happens internally. Those states are already possible to achieve without some sort of like external need, but you need to understand how to get there. But we have connect with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. Study and learning. Oh my goodness. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. The miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me to understand the process of forgiveness. Open your heart, Archangel Shamuel. Thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. Divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. Earth angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. I'm getting Sandophon really heavy. Like Archangel Sandophon's really popping up heavy. But manifesting miracles with Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. And Thank you, angels, for being here. I'm also, the Lyrians are popping up. I'm not sure what the Lyrians want. Before I jump off, let me get the Lyrians. Where did they get? Let me do that real quick, because they called out. I can't leave them hanging like that. Well, where'd you guys go? We're not done just yet. The Lyrians popped up in for a second. They want to say something. What's going on, Lyrians? What's going on? What's going on? I'm gonna shuffle 2 more times. Y'all know the rules. Always 7. They got some stuff to say too. But we have infinite wisdom, mastery achieved, Akashic records, and explore deeper. The new time, positive self-talk, advancement, opportunity, and leadership. Color spectrums, self-expression, movement, letting out emotions. Waves of inspiration, dedication, stamina, and new energy. Parallel earth, time of peace, realization of all is well. And last but not least, the new beginning, teamwork, sharing, giving back, and yoga. And thank you for the donation as well. But yeah, the Lyrians just want you to, okay, that's beautiful. I am getting just a very strong energy of like retreat with the Lyrians. Like your fighting is over. It's time to heal. And I don't mean heal whenever you're dealing with people attacking you. I mean like it is time for whenever Mercury retrograde comes around, I feel like it's going to be like healing. Like thank God, like you're able to be in like a new area where you're able to sit back and relax and really get down and deep and heal in a comfortable environment where you've set up an area where your energy is allowed to be. Like I even see like some of you, like I don't know why some of you, someone might be getting like running a candle shop. I don't know why that came up, but you might be running a candle shop or something, or just like that's when your business is going to start flourishing. And it's not going to be like a healing that you sit down and meditate with. It's going to be a healing that heals your actual surroundings. It's going to be a physical, like 3D materialistic healing is how I'm picking it up, because this whole last Mercury retrograde that we were in has really taught us the lack of importance of the material world. And now I feel like this next retrograde isn't to get us attached to that materialistic life again, but to allow us to balance out spiritual and the physical again, so we can actually exist. You know what I mean? But regardless, that's the message. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Lyrians, and thank all of you as well for being here for the reading. I love you all so much. If you're wanting a reading, a book, a sigil, or anything else I offer, you can either email me or use the Google. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Or use the Google sheet, the Google forms. If you want to be part of the Google group chat that we have going on, you can also email me about that. Regardless of anything, thank you all for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether they're energetic or financial, it doesn't matter. I appreciate all of them, to the moon and back. And I love each and every one of you all, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. I'll see you all later.